Hey guys, it's Michael. Welcome back to Michael in the Morning. Today is Saturday, September 5th, 2020, and we have huge news because Congress just agreed on a new bill. In today's video, we're going to go over how House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Mnuchin have agreed to avoid a government shutdown right before the election and not let the stalemate over stimulus relief legislation hold up a vital spending bill by passing a bill called the Continuing Resolution Bill. We're first going to go over exactly what is in this bill and what it means. Then we're going to get into how Vice President Mike Pence had an interview on CNBC yesterday, and he explained all of the implications of this new spending bill that is set to pass and that they have already agreed on. And finally, we're going to go over how some people are worried that without the stick and the push of a government shutdown bill, both sides now won't be able to agree and pass a stimulus bill. So we're going to go over exactly what this bill means for more stimulus and if we still will receive a second stimulus package moving forward. But before we get started, don't forget to like the video down below and subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date on the second stimulus check, second stimulus package, as well as other news updates. It's completely free to subscribe. It says that 50% of you watching are not subscribed, so if you'd like to be notified when new videos come out and stay up to date on what is going on, well then please be sure to subscribe. Also, don't forget, you get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below, and get $5 immediately when you download the Acorns investment app as well. So, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Mnuchin have officially agreed to avoid a government shutdown right before the election and not to let a stalemate over the stimulus relief bill hold up a vital spending bill by passing something called the Continuing Resolution Bill. In a phone call between Treasury Secretary Mnuchin and Nancy Pelosi, the two both agreed to maintain current funding levels to avoid a government shutdown, but were unable to find common ground on a budget for more stimulus. Their informal agreement, known as a Clean Continuing Resolution Bill, will provide funding through September 30th for the federal government and vital services in the government. And this signals and shows that they are willing to separate funding to keep the government running and funding for more stimulus. Basically, what happened was that the government needed to approve a funding bill by the end of this month to avoid a government shutdown. There was a lot of speculation that congressional leaders would try to include stimulus relief measures in this spending package, in this bill to prevent a government shutdown. However, both sides agreed that by approving a continuing resolution bill, it would simply just set federal spending at current levels, and lawmakers explained that the goal of this is to keep heated politics over stimulus aid separate from keeping the government running. They said they need to make sure the government can continue to run in order to debate this second stimulus package. That is why they wanted to separate the two. So while clearing the way for the government to keep running through October 1st, it won't officially resolve the standoff on more stimulus. So, Vice President Mike Pence came out on Friday on CNBC and explained everything and the impacts on more direct stimulus checks and the second stimulus bill. He explained how the Trump administration and Congress have agreed to pass this continuing resolution bill to avoid a government shutdown, and he said how now we can just focus on another stimulus bill. And we're going to do that in good faith. He said we don't have to worry about if the government will shut down. We can put all of our energy into focusing on a second stimulus package. Pence goes on to criticize Democrats over perhaps the largest sticking point between both sides right now, because he said Democrats want more than $900 billion for local and state governments, and Trump administration has only offered and only thinks $150 billion is necessary. In the interview on Friday, Pence goes on to say that we're not going to allow Democrats in Congress to use a virus relief bill to bail out poorly run states. And afterwards, Vice President Pence repeatedly made the case for another round of $1,200 stimulus checks as part of the next relief package. He said that nobody wants to give direct payments to American families more than Donald Trump, and he wants to do this again. So he explained that they're going to do everything in their power to get more $1,200 checks to the people. Vice President Pence spoke on CNBC yesterday after a lot of data was released from the Labor Department. The Labor Department reported U.S. non-farm payrolls increased by 1.37 million and unemployment rate dropped well below 10% to 8.4%. Pence called the data real evidence that the American comeback is underway, but he said they are still heavily pushing for more $1,200 checks. Even if they don't agree on everything else, he says this is the one aspect all sides agree on, and President Trump is trying to get more checks out. He explained how the agreement reached this week by Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin and Nancy Pelosi to prevent a government shutdown will now allow them to focus on simply more stimulus. So this caused some people to worry that without the push to pass a government spending bill, now a lot of people are worried that we won't get a second stimulus package because a lot of people thought they were going to include more stimulus with this government shutdown bill. However, there are a lot of people that believe this may actually be good news for Americans who are anxiously awaiting a second stimulus check, because prior to the continuing resolution bill, there were concerns that the contentious back and forth over a second stimulus package would be used as leverage when it came to government funding discussions, leading to an even greater delay in finalizing a stimulus relief plan. They thought it might have delayed it even more. So now the good news is at least they can put all of their efforts to focus on more stimulus and not worry about a government shutdown. So anyways, that is just a quick update on the second stimulus check and second stimulus package as of Saturday, September 5th, 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below, and get $5 immediately when you download the Acorns investment app as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.